Welcome, people. What's going on today? How's everybody doing on this Sunday? Yes, this is the last live show for Sunset Sunday of this year. Sunday before Thanksgiving. How's everybody doing on this rainy, cool uh Sunday? At least here in Columbus, Ohio, it is. How's everybody doing? Everybody ready for the big feast? And everybody's getting talking about the this is Michigan week in Columbus, Ohio. You know how that goes. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this let me see. We are wait for my business partner to come on. Let's see how this is going. Why does this thing always come up? I'm gonna edit this. It always comes up just friends area. Public. Let's go. Okay, we are live Sunday nights. Sunset Sunday night. This is gonna be a year in review. We've done a lot of shows this year. Uh Wait for like I said, we've done a lot of shows. We've done a big lot of shows on different topics, just things that we uh looked upon on what's going on in the world. World's crazy place. So and we, every year at around this time, I think last year I went a little longer. But need a break, people. Sometimes you gotta get a break, get away. I kind of follow like what Bill Maher does. Last Friday was his last day. Oh, here comes Kent. Okay. What's up?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. Not much. Just got on here myself. Um, just telling people this is the last of the year. Telling we need a little break sometime. I follow the cue of Bill Maher. His last show was Friday of the
Oh,
year.
okay.
And he's not coming back to like January 20th. I'll just go, maybe 11 days earlier than him. So, but how's everything? Your weather here now.
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, we are entering that mode of winter.
Hmm.
But I keep hearing that we are going to be more like this winter was going to be kind of up and down, according to Channel 6.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, Channel 6 News said we're going to be up and down. We're going to they said it's going to be messy. So I guess we're going to have like snow and then it's going to get slushy, sloppy. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's how that stuff.
kind of
Okay.
hard.
Yeah. So this, like I said, people, this is the last show live. So stay tuned. We'll be starting very shortly on this. So what's going on? What's everybody doing for the holiday? What's your plans?
I really still don't know until Tuesday,
Oh, okay.
but for that eventuality, I did. I got a. I did go ahead just in case. I did go ahead and I got a little turkey and got a few things before
Yeah,
before it got crazy.
I just
Just in case I did just decide to to stay home. I mean, the plan is still going to line, but Amel, she's gonna if we go, she's gonna drive because I didn't feel like getting a rent a car. You know, especially
yeah,
with these cars the way they're wanting the price now, and the cars are not even all that. I was like,
yeah,
no, yeah. So I the plan is to go to Lima, but I might be here. That's why I got the little turkey.
yeah. Well, guys, before you got on, I was talking about, yeah, this is a year in review show. Um, I'm do some little things near the end of the show. You know, we've talked about a whole lot of things over the year. I can't believe that year's been going on by already. This,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just don't seem like there's a year. And it's been 6 years. When let's see, 2016. That's 6 years. Yeah, since I've been doing this,
You might as well say 6 years. Yeah.
because I started it. Well, it is 6 years, 2016. Because I started in the
Yeah.
summer of 2016. This is 2021 going 2022. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's been 6 years that I've been doing it. That don't seem that long either. But like I said, I tell people I started off just doing this on this phone. Well, not this particular phone, but this type of phone.
Right.
Okay. And that's all you gotta do to do anything. We keep telling people you don't need to get anything fancy. You just need to have some equipment to do the marketing and stuff that you need. And that's what we teach people how to do stuff. A lot of things we
Mm-hmm.
talked about. How you think this year went with the topics that we talked about?
I think this was since 2020 was here that pretty much no one really expected. I think 2020, I should say. I think 2021 is a year of reckoning. You know, and
What do you mean by
and
what
what
do you
I
mean by
mean,
year of reckoning?
yeah, what I mean by that is folks folks had to challenge themselves in ways that they probably might not have anticipated it as in years before. I mean, we all have our own personal reckonings throughout the course of our lives, but I think 2020 this year 2021 was a year that personal reasons a lot of folks had to wake up. I think some are still in a fog, so to speak. But I think a lot of folks had to make some decisions they probably felt wouldn't have to make, or maybe like 5 6 years down the road.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we noticed, I feel, I guess the reckoning that I would say it was a wake up call to the corporate plantation, especially in August and September. It told them that, and the people woke up to the fact that we don't need you to make a living. Okay. When you got 2 months of 4 million people, as they call the great resignation, they call this, saying, I don't need you to make a living. I don't need you to make a living no matter what you offer me. Okay. The
Hmm.
biggest problem still that I see that the press and politicians won't wake up to is that what really saved the economy was not anything much that they did. It was what was already in place and what people woke up to the fact that, when they started sending people home in 2020 and working from home, people recognized I don't need to commute to a job. I don't even need to go. I could start my own.
Hmm.
All I need is the distribution line of the internet and social media. That was the great reckoning, which caused the great resignation. I think that's the biggest profound thing that has happened this year in the United States and any time that I've been around. 4 million people said, told corporate America, like, I found gold. They just said, I ain't
Hmm.
doing this no more.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, I'm a little older than you, but I've never
I
heard nothing like that.
no, and I'm not so young that I think the generation, figuratively speaking, was the what was the last generation as a whole, stating that I think we were the last generation to be told that you go to school, you get a good job, you will be you work whatever company you're going to work at for 30 40 years, you're going to be taken care of. And I think I think that was the beginning of the end, so to speak, of excuse me, of the of folks wanting to just toe the line, you know, go to school or not go to school, go straight into work for that particular company 30, 40 years. And then, hey, you and I both know now that if you work 20 to 40 years anywhere these days, you are the exception. Or I'm sorry, yeah, you are the exception that you're to the rule. That's because that's no longer the rule.
Yeah,
Um, and and I and I think a lot of us, and I would say Generation Z after us have really woken up to the fact, like, hey, I really don't need to go work for someone who who thinks I'm expendable in the first place. I can go out and create or invest in myself, and create my own income. Now, with that being said, I know that you and I are are speaking to a selective minority, so to speak, because we both know that
okay,
some
what
people
happened?
are still some people are still
What did I
still
do?
still out there clinging to.
What the hell? Audio, audio, audio.
Can you hear me?
Hey, hey, test. Did I cut you off?
You might have. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay.
Oh, what the heck happened? I can't. What did I do?
You
What
can't
did I
hear me?
do? What did I do? Damn. What did I do? I can't hear you.
Whoa.
Oh Lord. Audio, audio. Test. Oh, what the heck happened? Mike.
How about now? Can you hear me
Uh,
now?
what the heck Test, test, test. What the heck?
Yeah. How about now? Can you hear me?
Hello? Oh, I don't even know what I did.
Mm.
I hit yours. I can't exit. What in the hell is going on here? Webcam. Oh, audio. What is going on here? Mic. Internal mic.
I just
What
sent
the
you.
hell?
I just sent you a text.
I can't hear you. What the hell
I just.
happened?
I just sent you a text.
What, on the phone?
Yeah.
I don't know. What the hell? What the hell happened? What the hell happened here? Test, test.
Hello.
What? Lord, I get so tired of technology working like the webcam general. All of a sudden, okay, hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. I must have hit the daggone thing here. I don't know what was going on. Couldn't hear you. Whatever. Always some technical things to try to make it interesting. But as you were saying, yeah, they just, you know, I think still, like I did a video earlier, I think there's a there's a big thing to hang on to the status quo in our country. Uh,
Hmm.
even though they know things are drastically changing in the world, and I think we addressed that even when we had that one show about that single mom, 28 years old, that took the stimulus package and turned it into $1.5 million coaching business.
Right.
And most people, when they took their stimulus package, all they did was pay bills instead of invested in themselves. We got the thing that our show is trying to get people to be educated about is that I'm be not sugarcoated. Most of the things that we are taught as a kid growing up, and it's not any fault of the people that showed us it, but they didn't know no better either. It was a lie.
Sure.
And I even talk about how stuff about religion and stuff is a lie, which I know it steps on a lot of people's toe because that's a very, especially in the Latin and Black communities, a very thing of a comfort zone for a lot of people because they
Hmm.
they are taught that. And I address the fact that why is it that Africans were able to be more and so much enslaved more so than other people, all the other stuff that they want to say didn't sit well with me. And the only thing that made really more sense, and as Mr. Rudy Smith always said, if I can control your mind, I can control your behind. So
Hmm.
the easy way to control somebody's mind is get to what they're is to make them question their belief system. And we're not trying to make you question your belief system. We're trying to make you think from a standpoint of outside what you were taught, because
Right.
you
Right.
start thinking things seriously about what has been said to you and what the outcome or the ROI from that outcome or has been from what you've been told to believe. And that's the thing, we are so much to, I don't know, comply to so many different things. It's just that, when you really start thinking the truth makes most people uncomfortable. A lot of people say they like to hear the truth. They
Oh
want
yeah.
to hear the truth. They don't want anybody sugarcoat it. Da, 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 da. But when you don't, and it steps on their sensibilities, then they want to question you because, hey, people, the truth is never going to be comfortable in the sense of making you feel comfortable. The truth is going to make you. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you question. And the biggest problem we get caught in these things talking about we ain't supposed to question stuff, or if you question, then you're going against this and you're gonna go to hell and all this other stuff. That's right there should tell you how do they know this? Okay. I addressed in my video earlier about a movie by Denzel Washington called the Book of Eli. And the
Mhm.
whole premise of that book was based off of what we've been taught to believe in and read was the Bible. And the question of it was during after a nuclear blast that
Right.
decimated everything. At the end of that whole movie, it talked about how the Bible was used to control people, man, because everybody was after this book and not necessarily for the
Hmm.
good. So it goes back to show you how anything man, we all talk, you always hear the thing about the root of all evil is money. Well, no, the root of all evil is man and how he uses stuff. It ain't money. Money is an inanimate object. It can't be good or evil. It has to be, it has to be manipulated or used by somebody with some sort, quote unquote, intelligence. Okay. Notice I say quote unquote intelligence. Okay. Like a gun or anything. It's like in the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they were talking about the Green Destiny sword. Is it with the sword can be used in two things. Is it can be used for good, depends who's wielding it. It could be used for bad. It's the same thing with money or anything. It's all on who's controlling it and using it. You can't blame an inanimate object for the badness because it has no reasoning to be bad or good. It has to
Right.
be it has to be controlled or dealt with something of some sort of intelligence or reasoning. And that's the only person that can do that is man. Okay. So we can't get into this thing talking about who's evil, who's bad, who's this and that. That's subjective also. Because man has always shown that he could do certain things with certain groups of people. It's like I always talk about race. Racism, the term racism is a thing that most people use wrong because they think it's about the color of somebody's skin or their ethnicity. That's something that the predominant uh, ethnic group today has fed the rest of us to believe. The argument of this what is it, the race theory thing that they keep bringing up?
With a grace theory.
Dedicated
Yeah.
race, yeah, they keep bringing that up as a way of a distraction. Everything, I say everything in that way that happens around here is some sort
Be
of way
careful.
is a distraction. So this is what a lot of stuff we talked about over this past year to make you think, to make you question a whole lot of different things. And that was a whole that's been always the case over my few years or 60 something years on earth and things that I've learned. Everybody's not going to catch up on it. Everybody's not going to connect to what we say because it makes them question what they taught. It makes them question what they've been taught by their clergy and everything, and parents and everything. And I'm not blaming any of those things. I'm just saying they're a part of the game of the system, as they say. There's this thing about the system's broken. Is it no? It was set up exactly the way it's working for a purpose. And just like I said, there's the new movie, the Matrix movie's coming out in a couple of weeks. If you watch that movie, you can understand where I'm coming from with a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, problem is this thinking critically about a lot of things, and a lot of people, they'll come back, especially when it comes to religion. Oh, people, when you make them, people talk about, as what Rudy had said in his when we had him on here about Jesus Christ. I know it stepped on a lot of people's toes.
Indeed.
You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
mean, you gotta think critically. Everybody keeps talking about my grandmother, my grandparents' parents. All these people always talk about that he's coming back. Coming back to do what? I never understood that. There was a thing in Cicely Tyson said. What movie? It was the Tyler Perry movie. Um, what was the name of that movie?
What,
Now I don't know if
Medea's
that's something.
reunion?
Yeah, it was one of the Medea
Family
movies.
reunion?
She said, and this is what we've been taught by white Southern Baptist people. That's what this
Mm-hmm.
comes.
Mm-hmm.
God is a jealous God. Why's he gotta be jealous? What does he need to be jealous? If he's all in all, what is he gonna be jealous about? It's those little nuances I always hear people say, and I'm like, what? Jealous of what? There's no need for a God or somebody like that that's all in all, as we say, or as we've been brought up to think, to be jealous. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody, I know there's people probably say, well, you're reading it wrong. No, I'm reading the way it's written. Or what people say. Say what you mean, not, we're taught not to question nothing. And especially, I know how you say about how your grandmother raised you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother was a church going person, my mother's mother especially. But she was also more common sense. I think a lot of people that are so
Mm-hmm.
religious or sanctified, you should never let anything make you lose your common sense.
Mm. Oh,
What's your thoughts on that?
oh, my, yeah. Well, my grandmother, as sanctified as she was, she
Mm-hmm.
said, the Almighty gave you five senses,
Yeah,
and it is incumbent on you to use them. You just
yeah.
don't accept everything at face value. If something is bothering you, speak on it.
Yeah. And like now
Question it.
we're we're going into the holy season, as some might call it. Okay. This is where my question was, okay, we were brought up and we celebrate Christmas is supposed to be the celebration of the birth of Christ. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yet nobody questions Easter. I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting at. If you look at the calendar and everything, Christmas is always on the 25th of December. It may be a different day. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Now, I've mentioned this before. But when you talk about Easter, Resurrection Day, why is it sometime in March and March or April and different days? Now, he's supposed to be the resurrection from his crucifixion. That's incongruent, and that doesn't make no sense, and nobody can give me a legitimate answer to that.
I think wasn't it back in 2003? Wasn't it back in May? I think.
I don't remember in May. I don't remember it being that late.
I believe it was. I believe it was. I can't
In May?
because it might have been. It might have been with Mother's Day too. I
Well,
think.
Mother's
I
Day,
think that's because it was Easter and Mother. Sometime in I think it was 2000.
you
I
probably
could be
thinking
off. I
that
would have to.
it may have come late in April one year that kind of followed Mother's Day, and then because Mother's Day is usually the few days after my birthday. My birthday's like the May
Mhm.
3rd, and Mother's
Right,
Day is usually
right,
that Sunday or something like that.
right.
Okay. So Easter could have come like what, the 28th or something of April? Maybe it was like close to May. You may have thought it was May, but I don't remember ever it
Yeah.
coming in
Like I
May.
said, I would have to look. I would have to. I would have to because well, that back in the day, the encyclopedia used to have the days of when Easter's going to come, and I think they had it as far as I was in high school then. It was as far as 2022. So I would have to look at the I would have to
Oh,
look at the
I don't know.
well, I would have to Google it now. Just
Yeah,
to
I don't
see what
know.
it was back on 2020, 2003.
But it's
But I
like,
think you might be right because I know it was in April, late in April one year.
yeah, it's been late. It's been almost like the end of April sometime. And
Hmm.
that's like close to my birthday. So you might have like think, dang. But then it's been like in March, and which that's always my question. You saying this is Resurrection Day, but yet it's different.
Hmm.
But yet Christmas is not. That makes me. That's why. That's the thing that makes me question. My mother said something about the something about the stars or moon, something or sun. But there's a video on YouTube that kind of straightens that out in a way. I think I had showed it once before. That kind of made a little sense of that. Um, but you gotta question stuff like that. There's no. I said, well, there's no congruency in this. Why is that Easter is different all the time? Then Christmas is always the same day. This is like you can. I
Hmm.
got in the about zodiac sign. Now there's a girl. You know who she is, Tracy Walker. No, you know
Oh
her.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
her birthday's tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Now she claims that she's a Scorpio, but according to a lot of the and most of the zodiacs, that she's not a Scorpio. Scorpio ended yesterday.
Hmm.
She, she's a Sagittarius. Now
Right.
it's here and on there. Because my mom at one time said she thought she was a Libra, well, born on the cusp, but Scorpio actually starts the 23rd, which is on her birthday of October.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm not saying I believe in all that stuff, but I'm just saying you look at certain things and people, I just, usually what's congruent in those zodiac signs, they usually begin on the 20th or sometimes of that month and end on the
Yeah.
20 something of the next month, which is a little more congruent than a lot of other things. And this is why I tell
Right.
you, well,
Right.
no, if you're the 22nd, you ain't a Scorpio. You really ain't on the cusp that much because that's when it begins. The cusp is usually when something is right the last day of that sign going into the other one. This is 2 days. This is when
Hmm.
some say that she begins Sagittarius on the 22nd. So I,
Mm-hmm.
but you
Mm-hmm.
know, when you say that, some people they get, you know, she got a little frosty with about it and said, "Well, you
She
did
got
the
it.
research." I
She
didn't do no
she
research.
she got in her she got in her feelings a little
Yeah, I
bit.
said, "You the one said it." I mean, all I'm just saying is that's what it came up and said, and just said, "You know what?" She said, "You took the what she said. You took the time to do." It. I said, "Well, people take the time to look you up and see if you talking legit anyway in business. Once you
Yep.
online, so you shouldn't get frosty
Yeah.
about that."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, people they get frosty about a lot of stuff that they should get frosty about. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, there's a lot this year. I noticed on online marketing, there's a lot of branding of women, and they're talking about how they're being the single mom thing. Okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like okay, whatever. It seems like damn, there's a lot of
Uh,
single moms out here.
yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's it's almost like um, you may remember the song. I know I remember the song when I was a kid because they played it all the damn time for a while. That that Helen Reddy song, "I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar." I'm like, woo! It was.
oh yeah.
I
I,
mean,
but I was a
yeah,
kid too
because
when that came out.
huh?
I was a kid too when that came out.
I was like, what is this song? And folks, and and of course, all the women liked it. So so I mean,
Yeah,
I got tired of hearing that song.
yeah. It's just like
can,
a lot of
can,
stuff you get tired of hearing after a
can
while
you
because
change the
everybody's got to
station,
make,
please?
huh?
No,
Is
I
she?
was like, I, I, no, I think Helen Reddy herself. I think she passed a couple of years ago.
That's what I thought.
But
I
yeah, I
wasn't
mean,
sure.
it was a, and it seems like according to in the social media aspect, I mean, the single woman, single parent narrative is really being I don't know if you want to say pushed, but it is really being touted. I'll say that it is really
Well,
being
yeah,
touted
it
on
is. It's
social
this
media.
whole it's this whole thing now, and I noticed that within in MLSP that you know a lot
Mm-hmm.
they've been vilifying a lot of women and single women in the business a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying they don't deserve that, but you know, I don't know. It's this
Right. Let me clarify. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. Hey,
no,
you know,
but I don't.
do
You
your
know,
thing.
sometimes some of them, you know, we know the one I'm getting ready to talk about. Some of them I just don't click with. Sometimes,
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
look, business has been always a stern type of thing, and there are some things you either gonna have to be rock and roll with. You're gonna have to be like this book, like I said, be water. They've been pushing this thing about the go for yes thing. Half of the people
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wasn't even in business, especially network marketing, when we were in there, when they had the book about go for no. And
Right. Right.
my issue with a lot of things with people that really don't have that much history is that they don't give credit to the history of why those books were written and why they, you know, why they, yeah, they needed to evolve to what's going on today. But you got to
Mm-hmm.
understand why that book was written the way it was written back then. A lot of people forget that there was no internet in the 80s or the early 90s. That didn't happen to the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. and the social media didn't happen until mid
Mm-hmm.
2000, like 2004, 2005, and all that stuff. So people gotta
Right.
realize the evolution of technology and how it happened, and it happened very fast. It didn't take
Mm-hmm.
critical mass like radio and the television and all that color TV, which that took almost 30 years. You talking about stuff like this went critical mass within a couple of years. That's how fast technology, and this is why things are throwing a lot of people off today. And there was a big disruption in the network marketing profession because people weren't used to the upward that how this business was disrupted because of technology. And then when we had
Mm-hmm.
COVID, which we talked about, was one of the reasons why I went to this panel. That was one of the biggest. That was probably more of a disruption in network marketing than the internet. For the simple fact, there were still people doing hotel meetings, house meetings, chasing people to coffee shops. But when the world shut the hell down and forced the prospecting people to learn marketing, to really learn marketing, that was the biggest disruption in this business. Actually, it was the biggest disruption worldwide on how we did anything.
Right.
As far as what I saw and I've seen in my time period. And we gotta really, you know, it vilified what direct response marketing, internet marketing, and all this stuff was trying to convey, and attraction marketing was trying to convey for the last 10 years that it's better to attract the right people to you than to chase people and try to force them or convince them to look at your business
Mm-hmm.
because people had to learn and see all this type of marketing is not, it's not that new. I always go back to people like HSN, you know, and the thing I always have trouble with that I'll see a lot of in the top marketing people always like to say, and I think people get into this comfort zone. One person said that has money or is known or viral, they think, oh, it must be true because so and so said it. No, it don't necessarily mean it's true because anybody say it. People, there are more followers in this business because that's where people been shaped to be.
Right.
And until we understand and can convey to folks that network marketing or any type of business that you want to move ahead or make any substantial money, you got to get out of the follow zone. You got to. I even, your uplines, they're not there to build your business, contrary to what they want to tell you or what
Mm-hmm.
they want to tell you in all these other businesses. An upline is there. Usually they either sponsor you into it or they give you exposure to something. And a lot of times they're not the ones that really mold you into a leadership. You usually run
Mm-mm.
into somebody, a mentor. But the way the structure of network
Yep.
marketing has been
Yep.
shaped in, they still get the credit for that. That's probably the biggest problem in this business because a lot of people don't have to do nothing. All they have to do is direct somebody into this thing, and then whether if they take a hold of the reins and build one of these things, the other people who really didn't do much benefit. Is it
Mm-hmm.
fair? I don't know if it's fair or not. It's just the way the structure of this business is set up. A lot of people I got in this thing about what were they talking about? I was online. I just talked to somebody. Oh, I know what it was. There was a post been going out around for years stating that network marketing puts out more millionaires than any other industry out there. And I said,
Hmm.
"That's bullshit." And I told him why it's bullshit, according to what a lot of other people say. Now, let's do the math. If you got 95% of failure rate in a profession, okay, then you want to turn around and market out saying that the same profession that got 95% failure rate puts out more millionaires than any other profession. That don't make sense to me. So if you got 95% failure, then you're saying that all the other professions only got 2% millionaires or less, because with that 95, you're saying only 5% of the people in network marketing are millionaires or successful or
Hmm.
millionaires that come out. So what does
Hmm.
that say to you about everybody else in industry? Then their percentages can't be too high either. And that's not even true either. Well, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, you know, you keep, what is it, that, as opposed to the like the music industry, the pro sports, um, regular corporate America. It's um, it's been said that network marketers on average, is it a nine? The industry is a $9.1 billion industry. Am I correct on that?
I've heard some stuff like that, but we got to think about what is that based off of. See,
Exactly. Exactly.
when they say stuff like that, it could be true
Hmm.
by the revenue that goes through that because of distributorship and what they bring in and sales
Hmm.
and stuff. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those same people or distributors are making any type of substantial money. See, it's all relative when it comes to all this economics and math and stuff. Because yeah,
Hmm.
you could bring in a whole lot of revenue, but what percentage of the distributors are making any substantial money from that revenue? That's where you need to.
Never.
That's the question. The right questions need to be asked, and they're not being asked. It's just like anything else. People want to
Hmm.
build up certain things to a point, but they're not asking the right questions. So they can say a lot of things to make it look good, but at the real deal, it really isn't. Um, now, and I'm basing that off of back before the industry had leverage. Let's
Hmm.
hear the statistics now within 20 years of having the internet. What are the statistics now are happening since we got leverage, since we have social media and the internet? What is the percentage of millionaires coming out of this business now? See, what are the things that a lot of people that weren't in this in the 80s or 90s or early 2000s, that network marketing, you hear all this stuff about affiliate marketing, direct sales, and all that. Well,
Yes.
what
Yes.
what a lot of people did, they took bits and pieces out of network marketing, because network marketing was all that. Network marketing is part affiliate marketing, the other part is direct sales and network. But we use terms like prospecting or prospecting people, which has nothing to do with direct sales, which has nothing to do with marketing. We use a lot of words in this industry or around that have nothing to do with each other, but we call it that network marketing, and there's not any networking hardly, and it sure in hell ain't no marketing. The people that could afford to market before the internet were very few. That's where your failure rate, because those people who could afford to put out money back then putting out a marketing ad was expensive. It's still kind of expensive now since you got social media. It's not as expensive as it was back then. Most people couldn't
Sure.
do that. Back in then, I remember Dexter Yeager and some of these other people were actually putting out marketing ads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they were treating it like a business. Okay, this is what a lot of people forget. And don't get me wrong, the good thing about network marketing and what it helped with me, it introduced me to entrepreneurship. But don't get caught on the thing that network marketing is going to make you a millionaire right off, because the
Mm-hmm.
commission to
Mm-hmm.
retail ratio is too small to do that. Mostly, I have not seen any commission percentage no more than about 25, at least maybe 30%. And they're always telling you 25, 3 to 5 years to build a whatever level. It takes longer than that, and some don't even do it because the structure of these businesses aren't based solely on marketing. And the one thing, I was looking at another video, the problem in the network marketing, when we talked about this last week, is the retention aspect. And we talked
Exactly.
about this in the show last week. What I mean by retention, meaning to keep a team together. Okay. They're always talking about the duplication aspect in this business. Duplication in what way? Everybody's a unique person. The biggest issue I have about duplication, you don't duplicate nothing. You mirror, or you take what's good from anybody and make it your own. That's not duplication. Because you
Mm-hmm.
can't duplicate something. You are each and every person. That we go back to the religion aspect, we're all built in a unique way. God or whoever you believe made you a unique person. Nobody else around here is like you. Nobody's like me, no Kent or whatever. But we're not taught. We are taught in one sense to tap into your talents, but yet they want you to comply to a system. You see how the hypocrisy a lot of stuff is in business and everything. They say one thing, but then they don't want you to do that. They tripping over themselves on a lot of different things. But we taught them not to disrespect, not to talk back. Damn that.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be your business. This is what I told people in Amway. We got two things we're gonna have to make clear about. Either this is my business or it ain't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come around to me and say, "Oh, you can't do this," because they go, "Is it my business or am I just a glorified distributor or sales rep for your company?" Because if
Mm-hmm.
it's my business, I ain't hurting nobody. Let me build this business. If it ain't,
Exactly.
then let's say so.
Right.
See, I get tired of this. Is my whole. I gotten tired of people trying to cloak things into something that they really ain't. I made this statement online earlier. How immigrants get caught into believing that they're free in this country when they run away from countries that they know they're getting screwed over because it's in their face. But yet in the United States, a lot of stuff that they screwing over the people's covert, underhanded. You don't see it, you don't hear it because it's doing it without you getting kissed. You know what I mean by that, okay? But at least where they come from, they know they're getting screwed. That's why they left. They can see it. They can see it.
Mm-hmm.
They can smell it. They can do all those kind of things. We get taught, oh yeah, you can be this and do that, but yet turn around and they put all kinds of roadblocks in front of you because you don't look like this or you don't do this, or they do it to play some old fucked up game. All that kind of messed up hot mess crap. And that's what there needs to be more people to call out all that stuff. Because it's all this stuff It's all well connected. You know, a lot of people you hear in network marketing and even direct sales, even in MLSP, always talking about you overthink something. No, it's not overthink. It's thinking. It's not over. There's no such, to me, there's no such thing as overthink. If you can over deliver, you can think critically. See, you know how it's okay to over deliver, but if you think critically, they use the term overthink.
Mm-hmm.
See, sometimes these businesses get caught, you know, and we talked about this before, once before, about Facebook and all that. How, you know, they have good intentions, and then somebody comes about want to buy part of the business and force you to do this and that. Same thing.
Yeah.
They change their direction and stuff. Wow, we're on the almost at the top of the hour. Well, here's what I want to do. I don't this like I said. This is a thing called I call this the year in review. Okay, year in review, and here's some things that we did last year. Let me see. Here's some of the videos that we did last year. Let's see which one I want to pick. That. Some of the things we did.
All right.
Sunset Sunday. Again.
Okay.
I don't know. It was they generated automatically a thing for me. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's just technology. You know how that goes. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's how's your week been?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I mean,
You know, we this is some of the stuff we've had trouble with technology, and because they want you to keep voting for them because they don't want you to really think in terms of what I've just said. You're not gonna get people who've made the laws to change the laws that they benefit from. That'd be stupid. That's what we talked about last week. On this show. Let me go back to the video. And let's see what else we talked. Oh, we talked about November 11th. One of the things we talked about is how the rich, why the tax game of the wealthy. Blog post. So if you subscribe to my blog, you'll get this. If you go here, move up forward. Oh, okay. Let's go here. Let's just move up here. All right, taxes are your biggest problem here. You're never gonna okay, here's the thing. Oh. It's not letting me do this. Yeah, we've always had the dang on okay. Tech problems. My okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Why did it cut off? Oh, who knows? Yeah, you know, we've always had a lot of technical issues. See, you don't have to be tech savvy to do this business. You just gotta be willing to do this business. Okay. Here's the one that we're gonna be doing a rerun while we're off. Mr. Rudy Smith. A lot of them, when they ever think of Jesus, behind that picture, there's a picture of the sun.
Right.
So it made me saying, well, basically, all they're talking about in reality is that we doing nothing but sun worship.
Well,
and they mentioned it.
That's what they claimed Egypt was doing.
Yeah.
was doing sun was worshiping the sun, when in reality that was not the case. But that was convenient for them to say, because they wanted to poo-poo, if you will, please, the Africans. To say they didn't know what they're doing, stupid and dumb and superstitious. There they are, worshiping the sun. No, they were worshiping the reality behind the sun. The sun was a symbol.
Right.
Symbol of something much greater. Symbol of, in fact, what each of us has within us that sustains our heartbeat, that pulls together all of the endocrine bodily functions and keep functioning as they ought to function, as long as we take care of the temple. But if we begin to misuse the temple, in the temple's attempt to heal itself, we then experience all kinds of disease, dis-ease. So, yeah, we are a part of the universe. We're not apart from. We are a part of the celestial bodies. That energy that raises the sun is the very same energy that is in our bodies that gives us life. And it is that we must look at and pay attention to. One of the things, I've been married, and of course, I think you came to one of our celebrations. Been married now for 62 years. But the interesting thing about that is, when I saw that little lady, I had a gut feeling about her. And by that time, I had recognized, okay, the inners do speak. The way you say, trust your guts.
Mm-hmm.
Trust your gut. You've heard that. And I did. And it's paid off. But not only have I done it there, I've done it in many, many other situations for which I can give you information on and facts on. And we need to take the time and pay attention to what's going on in us, more so than what's going on around us.
That was a deep show we did that day.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be one that we repeat. Well, we'll be repeating over the course that we're on break. I'm trying to find the one with your daughter. I don't know where the hell that is. When did we do that?
That was like, I think it was around August. Yeah. It was like either the first or second week of August.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one that we did. Here's the one we did. Your birthday. Okay, people, let me close this one. Okay, folks. Sir, we are live. Just waiting for our business partner to come on. I hope he got the right. Because when we did on your daughter, we had some technical issues. This is on your birthday.
That personal development wasn't you developing yourself so you could be more amenable or more likable or more personable to the folks that you were quote unquote trying to prospect for you get into your business. That personal development you had to learn for yourself, and you had to, folks had to be attracted to you, because if you're not attracted to you, who else is going to be attracted to you?
Yeah, it's not about mocking or mirroring. I don't even like using, or they use the term that was so famous in this industry profession, duplication. You don't want to duplicate nobody. but yourself. You teach your downline, or you teach your teammates or partners how to. Okay, that got stuck. Whatever. Okay, that was one of them. Yeah, I'm trying to figure
I
out.
know. I know it was sometime in August. Yeah,
Let me see. I thought I saw it
just can't
earlier.
remember the date though.
I don't know, and I thought I had marked it. Earn the track lead session. Was it email mark? What is this one? Was it August 15th?
Might have been, Greg. It might have been.
Let me try this. Let me see. Oh, this is say your DMO. Nah, I don't know if that was it.
$1,000 on such and such and such. DM me if you want to know how. I'm like, okay, how is this? How is this congruent to the conversation that this person just posted? You just gonna
Yeah,
spam out of the blue? You know that
yeah.
that that's one.
There's a lot of folks that do that because they have not been taught how to market. All they think they got to do is because they're on the internet, or they think somebody's in affiliate marketing, network marketing, or crypto, or whatever the hell they think that's in there, that they got the right to spam their links or sell them shit. I get mad. I get kind of rude. I said I ain't interested. Even if I am interested, I'm not interested now. It's the way you conduct yourself online is the problem. Yeah. So yeah, that's not that one. Shoot. I'll have to go. I thought I had marked it as
I knew it was August. That's all I can tell you, man.
that's
I'm
gotta be
sure it was August.
well, it doesn't,
Now,
all this
which day of the week or which Sunday? I that I can't say, but I know it was August. Now, watch it be October or something.
because I don't see. Let me look. There's more in here. Let me go. Uh August 1, August 8th. Sunset. So I wonder if it's this one. This is the one I think because I got messed up.
Okay.
Let me move this. Struggle with the traditional
Yes.
business. We got that flexibility out here now. Let me see. Um. So what time is it? About 9:30. Let me see something here. We only go. Okay, this is the one. Here it is. Here it is. And you might as well do what you want to do. So
Okay.
now you were going to school online at one time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I went on campus. Didn't really. I mean, it just was boring. And then I did it online, still same thing. I mean, I'm really good at school. My dad can tell you, honors student, honors college, literally everything. It's not like I wasn't bad. I was bad at school. I just really just got bored and kind of feel like I was stuck in like that. Yeah, I feel like I was stuck in like that. You need to go to school. You need to do this. You need to do that to be successful. And you really don't. You really just need to be driven and, you know.
Stop telling our kids that they got to go get that sheepskin to be successful.
Yeah,
that doesn't guarantee nothing. With kids having a $100,000 debt,
yeah,
loans and whatever, and then they can't get a job, them out to places where they don't want to hire them. No way. I mean, it really don't make a lot of sense. We live in a different world.
Yeah.
We live in a different world than when me and Kent was coming through. I mean, that long, but it's a different world.
Yes,
And
very.
going to college per se is not always a good thing for everybody. You need to listen to your kids and see where their head's going, what they need, what they want. Everybody don't need to go to college. Everybody does not need to go sit up in a 4-year college and have all that student loan debt. Now they want to holler about the student loan debt. Well, and some people say they ain't paying that. They're not. Yep.
You say like, "Oh, I'm going to do this." People are going to start expecting things from you. But it's
let me see something because I ran this on my phone.
There's people that'll book me out for
That's
about 4 hours and they pay just a lump sum to get it all done.
Oh. Okay. So I guess it's fair to say, and I know this is such a generic question, but people ask it all the time, so I gotta ask it. Is this what you see yourself doing within the next 5 years?
Oh yeah. I don't even see myself doing this. I feel like I see myself being a boss of the boss. Like I feel like I can see myself having employees.
Let me ask you this. Do you see yourself maybe even franchising?
I don't know about that yet. I really like I realized just working in different at different places. I don't want to make it too big because I feel like when you get too big, you lose the quality. And I'm very big on quality and being connected to my clients. So I don't know if I would take it that far. But you never know.
Yeah, I understand. And then hiring the right people to run the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a big thing that you gotta worry about. Like even like with McDonald's, everybody says they got the system, but the system is only as good as the people that are running the system.
Exactly.
It's those type of things that now are you in partnership with somebody or are you?
Nope, it's all me.
This is all you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead. Hey, it's all. But that's cool. I didn't know.
I don't know where she got that from, but she's traveling solo.
It's better this way. I feel like it's been more calm for me to do it all by myself. I don't need I don't really need to reference anybody for something that I've been doing for a few years now. I don't need that extra hand for myself.
Okay.
I like to be on my own. I like to do everything on my own.
It's all about what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got any other questions? And I will keep you too long.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the few videos we went through on the last year. I'm not gonna go through all of them. That was something we went through with his daughter. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, she's
doing
still solo. She's still solo.
What? So yeah, we actually we're a little bit past the hour. Just like I said, this is the last of this year. Sunset Sunday. People, we're gonna be gone. Well, like I said, there's gonna be reruns of certain aspects that we went over up until we come back January 9th. But yeah, this is the last live show that we're doing. We just need a break, people. Like anybody else. Everybody need a break. Need to come back fresh. Because we're gonna have there's gonna be stuff happening between now and the first of the year. Especially with this build back better, whether it gets passed or not. They keep saying, "Oh, we passed it in the House," and what's that mean? If it don't get past the Senate, don't mean nothing, do it?
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't passed nothing yet until Biden signs it over as law. Y'all still twiddling y'all thumbs. That's how I look at it. So, and then with this verdict that's coming down sometime.
I think it'll I think it'll get passed in the Senate. I think it will probably. Uh, Kamala Harris will probably have to break the tie casting vote, but I think it will pass.
Okay. And then with this other trial going on,
Oh my gosh!
after this other one, they let this guy escape. That dude better hire him some bodyguards.
Right?
You
Yeah,
know,
and I'm not surprised about the verdict, and I'm pretty sure you're not either. I'm not going to presume to guess what you think, but I am totally not surprised. Not surprised for the prosecution really didn't, from what I saw, did not really hammer the burden of. They didn't
but the
prove the burden.
burden, the problem
The
I have
burden of
with
proof.
that, the problem I have with that, the burden of proof, they got it on tape. They got it on fit. I mean, they got photos. They got what burden of proof did they need to prove? It was
Trust me,
documented.
trust me. I get what you're saying, but
If
as
you
you can
can't have
see,
if you can't
the,
have
the, the
documentation, then all our whole justice system ain't about shit.
the
And I call all the
yeah,
damn judges, they ain't shit. And it just going it proves something to us too. You had documentation on what Trump said about grabbing women by the privates. They still voted him in. Got,
and of course, white women voted for him in droves that year.
yeah. And you got him on tape asking that person in Atlanta or something about finding these votes. That's
Hmm.
stuff. If that's not enough, then we need to burn the judicial system that we had to the ground. It ain't shit. If there's no if the burden of proof always got to be proven when you got it slapped in your face, fuck all them judges and fuck the whole judicial system of the United States. It ain't worth a shit. Really, it ain't worth a shit. So you can have all the proof, and you still gotta have a burden of proof. The shit sitting up there. It's like he said, I could shoot somebody on 54th Street in Amsterdam or whatever, and still get away with it. I could shoot somebody on
And he could still
42nd.
get elected. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly what he said.
that
Yep.
means the United States ain't worth a shit. I'm sorry. Y'all can get mad at me about that. If that's the way we operate and stuff, we deserve whatever bad shit happens. Because if we're gonna operate in that aspect, we deserve everything that's been
Well,
happening.
well, and just as you know, I like to throw a historical flair on this. You know, uh, when when Hitler was saying off the wall stuff back in the day, when his Nazi party was, you know, was going through its growth, and some of the same stuff that we heard from Trump, Hitler was saying. Well, after he gained power and gained structure, the same folks said, "Well, yeah, he's a little bit off the wall, but I like his policies." And guess what? A lot of folks said about Trump and how he got a, oh yeah, it's just theater. Oh, it's just so and so. But within the these 4 years, I really liked how his economic program was going. I really liked his policies. I'm like, hmm,
You gotta be a special kind of
that's
skin.
that's that's eerily familiar,
Yeah. And if we ain't learned from that,
Hmm.
can't bitch about it. All the voting, I keep saying, all that shit don't mean nothing unless they were talking about the revolution won't be televised. Well, my attitude is, some of them always want to talk about they want to start a race war. It won't be the same
Mm-hmm.
type of race war that they want to start. It won't be televised either.
Hmm.
You know, so it's. I
Hmm.
mean, if that's the thinking that we got to deal with in this country, I don't know. You know. Well, with that being said, ain't nothing else to be said. As I always end this show with, you know, Les Brown always talking about people stressed out going to their job. Heart attack rate go up at 30% on Sunday night. And you know, they always talking about Sunday night supposed to be a day of rest. Well, obviously people ain't resting. If that's the case,
oh, oh yeah.
Sunday's a stressful damn time. If that heart attack rate's
Hmm.
going up that much, and if you die, they
Hmm.
always put your damn going job in the paper before the obituary, you know. So what you gonna say to that? You know, and that there's not
Exactly.
much to say with all this crazy stuff that's going on and what's been happening. I don't know what to say no more. There's not much to say to anything.
No.
What's going on? The ignorance and the foolishness and you know. I always said we're paying for having a black president. Country wasn't ready for that.
Say
Probably
again.
never
You were
will.
breaking up there.
I said we're paying for having a black president. The problem I have with what
Yeah.
you got some white folks that voted for
Yeah.
Obama and then turn around voted for Trump. I don't get that.
Oh yeah.
That I don't get.
I don't. I don't get it, and I really don't get because I know there's probably for the ones for the white folks who did that. I know there was probably maybe a couple of black folks, maybe some Latino folks who did the same thing, which I don't understand. I'm not I'm not getting that either. You know, there's always one, and 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 if and this is just for my selfish reason. Don't vote that. Well, he's going to have rallies until 2024 anyway. But can we not see? Not that I'm looking for him, but can we not see that brother with whatever rag that he has on his head with the sunglasses on, always there? I'm like, does anybody know that cat?
I don't know.
Because he is always. I'm like, he's got to be on the Trump payroll somehow because he is Alaska. He's right there, 3 rows back. Mississippi, 3 rows
He's over
back. He's
he's over
right
there at a
there
Trump
with this
rally.
banner.
He's
Say
over there at
again.
a Trump rally.
Yeah, I'm like, he's got to be on his payroll or something
We
because
don't need to see no Trump.
and even Michael Che on Saturday Night Live said, does anybody know this fool? Because black folks, we don't know this fool.
We don't need to see no more Trump rallies. Just stop. Instead, he
No,
just stop
no.
giving him some airtime.
Truth be told, no.
They just need to stop giving him some airtime. So people won't, say, well, what happened to him? Well, we ain't giving that fool no more airtime. Why for? Why should we? Stop giving them airtime.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be talking all that crap,
Right.
So, all right, people, we are ending this. We gave you some extra time since we're gonna be gone until the first of the year. Like I said, need a break. Need a break. Even though I'm not gonna really get a break. I gotta see how I'm gonna run this live that's gonna be pre-recorded. I'm not sure how this is gonna work on here, but that's what I
Okay.
gotta put
Okay.
together. So,
Oh no,
I'm getting a break.
we gonna be in the works. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all hopping on with this past year, and hope y'all tune in. Hope y'all tune in next year. And let me get all the holiday pleasantries out the way. So we got to kick it off with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. Um, Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy
I think I
whatever.
got them all, Greg.
Yeah. It's yeah, because we ain't gonna see it till the first of the year, folks. We just
Right. Oh yeah, happy the one that starts it off. Happy New Year too.
yeah. Well, we'll say that when the new year comes in, even though it's gonna be a week or so after the fact, but
Oh yeah.
that's all right.
Oh
You
yeah.
say Happy New Year all through January. When you're hitting the February, you need to like chill out on it.
Yeah, you can stop after February.
Yeah, because that's the month I call looked up February because it usually is.
Uh-huh.
You know, um, but all right, people, everybody, y'all have a great, safe holiday season. We'll see you
Mm-hmm.
January 9th. Till then, peace. This is Greg Smith. Kent Roberson. I don't know where the hell this damn
This
thing
is
is.
Henderson.
Over here. We'll see you next year, 2022, first quarter. People, peace. Take care. We're out.
Take care, everybody.